I was told we had to start the pointing and clicking. Is that it, Shodan? We have to start this immediately on your watch. It's all what Shodan wants. It's not so much about what I want. Please begin pointing and also clicking. I point at you. I point at you. And I click my tongue at you, sir. We're back with more of an English haunting. We got our I said shopping list because that's really what we were supposed to do. Now, from what I remember is we met Beatrice. She's a hack medium. We need to get an ectoplasm sample from Cook, a photographic plate from Wood, and a power source from Silas Bennett so that we can work on this thing. So that's what we're up to. Right now. We got our blueprints. We got, oh, of course there's wood. There's always wood everywhere. Anyway. We've got 3 places to investigate. Let's go do that now. We have Florence Cook, we have Nelson Ward's workshop, and we have Silas Bennett's office. And Eugene Wood's photo studio. We can do these in either order, I think, but we'll probably... I'm going to go with the photo studio. I understand the situation, but now's not the right time to go see Patty. What? Listen here, lad. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Oh, yes, I apologize. Are you saying you want to keep Patty waiting? No, I'm not saying that. But understand I'm in the middle of a photo shoot. The camera's loaded, I just need to touch up the deceased, and... No, I won't be able to pay Patty if I don't do this job. The Perkins sisters pay well, you know? Mate, you'd have to photograph loads of dead bodies to pay off what you owe Patty. This place is getting on my nerves, Brian. Let's sod off. You heard me, mate, corpse snapper. So shift it. Who are you? Oi, this geezer looks familiar. I don't know what's going on in here, but it seems like you two are in charge. Would you be so kind as to grant me a few minutes with Mr. Wood? Is that the pickup line now? Grant me a few minutes with Mr. Wood? Maybe he's a customer. Let's have a word with him. Shut it, Snapper. Yeah, sorry. Request denied. And now move out of the way. Unless you want us to move you. Good lad. Off you go. Just a moment, please. Now what the hell's going on? Miss Constance, Miss Adelia, please stay. It's all a misunderstanding that I'll sort out shortly. Do you want us to call the Bobbies, Mr. Wood? No, Constance. No. Listen up, ladies. If you're planning to call up the Bobbies, let me know. 'Cause if you do, I'll cut out your tongue so you can't. Oh. No Bobbies, got it? Hey, you! We've wasted enough time. Let's scarper. You heard him. Tongue or Bobbies? What shall it be? Oh, right. I swear to God, I almost thought I was going to say boobies. Are you both all right? No. At least we still got our tongues. Well, he's dead all right. He has empty eye sockets. And we don't wish to remember our brother in such a state. The photographer said he'd fix it. The scene needs enough light to be photographed. I better not turn off the lamps and instead leave everything as Eugene Wood prepared it. Wood is in the rear. It's in the furniture. Perhaps the drawers hold some aid. Only photo albums. More albums of photographs. What about the door? Locked. What about the camera? Loaded for the photograph. Pray tell you do not intend to photograph poor Bertram in this current state, do you? What state? His eyes are absent. You cannot immortalize him thus. What was in that briefcase he had? Cosmetics. Mortician, then a photographer. You're on your way to bed, but I hope you enjoy wood, Cox. I enjoy plenty of wood. He was not. We need something in his eye sockets, don't we? Well, we don't have anything. We can't. Why can't I do anything in the briefcase, though? Like, what is that? So the man has no eye sockets. What happened to your brother's eyes? He gouged them out. He used to have violent outbursts, though he saw things no man should. I'll beat up J. Cox 1988 if I see him. Paranoid delusional form of dementia. So the doctors said. Dementia was derived from syphilis. Shameless. I remind you we were keeping that a secret. Do you want people to believe Bertram used to frequent brothels? Wasn't that the case? Of course that's how it was. But people of our kind do not do such things. And if they do, people do not need to know about it. Is that clear to you, Adelia? Okay. I see you're carrying a bouquet of flowers, Miss Perkins. Violets, my brother's favorite. My wish is that he's photographed with them. Do you want me to place the violet in your brother's hands? Not yet. I'll do it when he's about to be photographed. May I borrow them? What for? They could be of use to me. Okay, go to a Tigger himself will come fetch our Bertram in a couple hours. Okay. Should kick all those Irish out of our land. Oh, are they Irish? Is that what it is? So I was doing the wrong accent? Where can I find them? Paddy usually operates in St. Giles. Where does he rent a tavern? The Irish, Italians, Poles, the... Oh, enough! What are you trying to tell me? Progressive newspaper seems to have halted her. Alright. So I think maybe we can find Paddy over at St. Giles. I think he's Irish, so I'm going to keep that in mind now when we do this. Are you lost, mate? No, I know exactly where I'm going. Is that so? Oi, oi, stop. Where do you think you're going? To have a pint. Only strong drinks are served here. You don't look like you can even handle a glass of milk. So tell me, what brings you here? To warm up. It's freezing out here. Clap or stomp your feet. That'll warm you up. Got it? It's a tavern, isn't it? Can't I come in? I repeat, what do you want to come in for? That's none of your business. Oh yes, believe me, it is. I'm asking you, where do you think you're going? I need to see Paddy. And does Paddy want to see you? I don't think he'll wait for me. But I must speak to him urgently. You don't seem like the kind of person who needs Paddy's help. Actually, it's Eugene Wood who needs help. Eugene. Ah, yes. The photographer. He's dead. What? Or he should be by now. That bloke has let Paddy down, you know. And the boss does not take kindly to that kind of betrayal. Let me talk to him, please. I need him alive. Are you a copper? Who? Me? No. Press? No, I'm just a simple university professor. Ha! A professor? This'll be fun. Go on, tell Killian you can see Paddy. Thank you very much. A professor. From a university. What the? Hey, you. Come closer. How did you get in here? The guy at the door gave me permission. Declan's been letting in a lot of riffraff lately. I told them I needed to see Paddy urgently, and that Kieran would allow me to see him. Kieran? Who the hell is Kieran? You don't mean Killian? Oh yes, Killian. Sorry. All them names sound the same to you, eh, bloody English? Killian is that guy at the door. Oh yes, I see. One moment. Is Larry Foley sending you? Who? Foley, the Catholic. I do not know who that is. The Taylor brothers? I'm not acquainted with them. The Bowery boys? I do not know any of the people you mentioned, sir. You don't know them, eh? Paddy has many enemies. So I hope you don't try anything you'll regret. Is that clear? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not here to stir up trouble. That's the way I like it. There's Killian for you. And remember, if you try anything foolish, I won't be walking out of here alive, I suppose. Aye. Okay, yeah, no, my name's Jeff. I really should just do it, but you get so busy with things. But we'll talk to Killian over here. Thank God I know how to pronounce these names. Yes, doesn't it? Looks appetizing. Irish bread. Bloody hell, when I was a prisoner in Majuba, they fed us the same food as the pigs. And it still tasted better than English food. May I have a piece? Keep your hands off the bread, it's for the boys. Can't get any bread around here. Killian, right? What do you want? I need to see Paddy. The chap at the door said to talk to you. So the door bloke, eh? Hold on a moment. What are you looking at? Looking at me? Come with me. Channing Tatum only now played it, Jeff. Oh, this is Paddy. Stay put, Percival. Behave yourself, Percival. We've got a visitor. Killian, here by me side. And ye, come closer. I know this lad, Paddy. He was in the photographer's studio. And I reckon he was also poking around the Red Lion. Well, well. Seems you know us, but we don't know you. Could you do us the favor of introducing yourself, sir? I am. My name is Patrick Moore. I'm a university professor. Oh, a professor. Are you here to give us private lessons, Mr. Moore? Why is everything so dark in here? Does it intimidate you, Mr. Moore? I felt intimidated from the moment I walked through that door. The darkness. That chained dog that looks like he's not eaten in weeks. Not to mention that machete on the table. Everything in this room intimidates me. I have what they call a touch of photophobia, hence the darkness. As for Percival, he's just overly enthusiastic. Regarding the machete, indeed it's there to intimidate. I'm not here to cause trouble. From what Liam says, seems so. Your man commented that he has seen me at the Red Lion and at Eugene Wood's studio. Believe me when I tell you that the places I have been and what has brought me to talk to you have been purely by chance. I believe ye, Mr. Moore. You don't fit the bill of my enemy. And if ye were, I fear you wouldn't leave here alive. Aye, lads. I'm not here to give private lessons. Relax, Mr. Moore. 'Twas but a jest. Get to the point, Mr. Moore. What's it ye be wanting from me now? I would like to be able to talk to Eugene Wood. If it's all right with you, of course. I reckon there's a bit of a problem. By now he should be pushing up daisies. Or maybe he's still kicking. Who knows for sure? You know what, Mr. Moore? Mr. Wood came to me because his business was going downhill. And I ain't surprised one bit. Who in their right mind wants a photograph of a dead loved one? Can you picture it, Mr. Moore? Take a gander at me photo album, Mrs. Parker. Here's me Uncle James in his officer's uniform, and here's me niece Violet. Aye, and here's a snap of me 40-year-old daughter's corpse. Repulsive. So I lent him a tidy sum to save his business. I respect a business vision no matter how grim. One of me mottos is, if you want to make it in life, find something to sell and sell it. But time went by and he couldn't settle his debt. I gave him several chances before today. It ain't personal, but I gotta keep a business running. I'll be honest with you, Mr. Moore. Amongst me ventures are smuggling, prostitution, and extortion. I know this info would be gold for Scotland Yard as a confession. But we know Mr. Moore here won't spill a word. Ain't that right, Liam? I wouldn't be in his best interest. In other ventures, I tend to turn a blind eye. A whore forgets to pay me, couple of smacks and it's sorted. Some poor sod resisting extortion. A little scare and it's settled. But borrowing money from me pocket and not paying it back, oh, Mr. Moore, that's a sin. And it's paid for with death. Like I said, it ain't personal. I got nothing against Eugene Wood. He's a fine photographer. I'd even ask him to snap photos of me daughter's wedding. But I gotta send these kinds of messages to those who want to take me for a ride, you know? And nobody takes me for a ride. Got it? You have made that quite clear. I'm curious, what's your interest in that course, photographer? Pookums, good to see you. The pointing and clicking is going really well here. We are definitely talking with an Irish mob boss. I didn't know like exactly what kind of accent these guys were. I thought they were like lower class British and then they mentioned they're Irish, but you can't really gather that unless you tell them. Like, unless you glean from the conversations that are having. That's why I had to start doing it with the Irish accent. But we're interested in one of his photographic plates, that's the truth. I'm interested in one of his photographic plates. Do you fancy photography, Mr. Moore? It's part of my job. But my interest in that plate is of a scientific nature. I've no idea what you're talking about, and frankly, I couldn't care less. But I think you won't get anything out of that photographer. Is there nothing I can do? Is there still time for me to repay his debt? That came straight from the heart, eh? It was a desperate move. Yes. In fact, yes. However, I do not have the funds at the moment. But I'd be willing to get that money. Thought you were a man of means. They don't pay you much at the university, do they? You should do business with me. It'd be more lucrative. I prefer to stay on the right side of the law. A man of principles, Paddy. It's £1,000, Mr. Moore. Interest included. That's the amount Mr. Wood owes me. £1,000? I still believe I can raise that much. I must do it. This is a life we're talking about. Who's taking care of Mr. Wood? Brian. Brian! The limp one. No, the other. May God have mercy on that poor bastard. May God have mercy on that poor bastard. Means he's been taken to the farm. Aye. That place is far away. Ideal spot for screams not to be heard. Brian likes to take his time, doesn't he? Indeed. Before getting down to business, he likes to fill his belly and have a nap. I reckon it might be your lucky day, Mr. Moore. Killian. Yes? Mr. Moore here is going to make us happy by gathering £1,000 in a nice envelope. Tell me, who's at the door? Declan. Go tell Declan to get one of his lads to run like the devil to that farm and tell Brian not to do anything until further notice. With any luck, Brian won't have started his job. Right away, Paddy. That photographic plate must be very valuable to you for you to get mixed up in this mess, Mr. Moore. It's a crucial part of a technology project I'm working on. Still, damn it, I'll do anything to save a life. Oh, we're dealing with an idealist. It's honorable, Mr. Moore. But take a look around you. Life in this city is worth nothing. £1,000 in Mr. Wood's case. Touché. Done, Paddy. Right. Mr. Moore. I reckon this situation's nothing but an act of faith. You ain't sure if Mr. Wood's still breathing. And I ain't sure if you can come up with all that money. I hope you understand. I do. Alright, there ain't nothing more to add. Killian, see Mr. Moore out, will ya? He's got a job to do. Well, we gotta get some money. You heard the boss, so hurry up. Oh, and the bill's in an envelope. Don't be daft enough to go flaunting the money out in these streets. What in the blazes have you done? Let me see if I got this right. Paddy gives you £300 to bet on One Round Jack, the champion, the unbeatable, the one they call One Round because he knocks out his opponents in the first round. And you bet on Walter Black. Why? I don't know. These blokes told me I wouldn't have the guts to bet on Black. They wounded me pride, you know. Oh, for the love of God. What are you, 5 years old? Remember when I told you someday your pride would land you in hot water? Well, that day has come. What do I do now? The only thing I can think of is for you to beat yourself up till you disfigure your face. If Paddy catches you, tell him you're the slow cousin from Belfast. Disappear? Oh, aye, because when Paddy finds out, he'll move heaven and earth to find you. Damn it. Curses! I guess you're right. I reckon I'll hide it. I don't want to know, you fool. Suppose this is no use to me now. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Be off with you, Michael. Damn idiot. What did he throw in the spittoon? One Round Jack versus Walter Black. Huh? You know where the One Round Jack versus... down at the docks. So I'm guessing perhaps we can use that betting slip to get the money. But we gotta figure something out here. I wonder if we need some things here with the docks. There he is, the champion. Excuse me? One round. He's in there. Are you an admirer? Did you just kind of... What is that lucky charm? So we've got bets there. We do have that betting slip, but I'm trying to figure out... Challenger Walter Black. Okay, I do not know what's going on there, but that man is giving this kid a hard time. No, sir, it's not. Been no misunderstanding. I lost a penny on this dock. Yeah, here's Paddy. Coin, but it was a bottle cap. Pennies for 100 of them, and I already have 70. I think you're going far over the lab with the penny. Okay, one of his men is about to off a photographer. Okay. Anyway, we got rid of him. It was something about a penny. Many thanks for your help, sir. Did you take that man's coin? Of course I did. A penny means a lot to me. You should have admitted it. Hiding. give you this pair of marbles. I bet you we can do something with this marbles. Patrick Moore. So we stood up to one of those men. Can we do with the fisherman? But may I inform you that these waters are too contaminated for fishing. So what? Whatever you catch, enough you. Excuse me for not being able to afford some fancy fish. It varies. Do you like to throw money away? That hunch will cost you. Can't squeeze in another soul. Means nothing to you. So we have to find a way in. Trouble with the chap guarding the door. I wonder what this lucky charm is that he has. 1 round's lucky charm. This is not the lucky charm. Maybe it's... Is it on the... I don't know what it is. I wonder if we can talk with somebody who might know what this is. Are you kidding? Okay, I won't do anything. What about the bookmaker? Is the nickname 1 Round Jack true? You bet it is, mate. They'd have to call him 2 Round Jack, wouldn't they? 1 round could have a bad day, don't you think? Not in a million years, mate. You kidding? A clean 1,000 pounds. I had a feeling that was the case. So we found a little bit about that. It's in the photo studio. Anything? Oh, you know what we can do? Damn right, Eerie with those white eyes. Do we have a marker? We need to find something that the marbles would work. But we need something... Anything on the shelf? I need something that I can just put the eyes on. I don't know. Like, I think if we can find a way to put eyes on those marbles, it'll work. Maybe we can go back in. Chalkboard. What about the bread? The devil. Sure, the eggs are green, sir. Take the jar. The lid due to So we have a bottle of rotten eggs now. English liquid. I didn't think we'd get that. Can't do anything with the drinks. I don't know what the eggs would be. Hang on a minute. What are we going to do with these eggs? Bucket. To wash that. Anything with the paper? No, can't go in here. Maybe we should see some of the other people. What about Florence Cook? Florence Cook herself, for example. She was studied by several researchers. Those who certified her as a fraud belonged to the London intellectual elite. Several of them affiliated with the Conservative Party. Believe me, Mr. Taylor, when I say that our leaders are not interested in us being aware of the truth. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. But if it is a conspiracy... What's going on here? Ah, good afternoon. You're part of the group, I assume. Excuse me. The advertisement. The advertisement. I beg your pardon. I placed an advertisement in the British Association of Supernatural Studies newsletter seeking people to join me at Miss Cook's session. Only Mr. Morton and Mr. Taylor responded to the call. Tell me, did you come because of the advertisement? Yes or no? Yes, of course. I'm glad. I'm Joseph Brown. Patrick Moore. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Moore. You don't have to worry about money. As I mentioned the advertisement itself, it's all paid for. I appreciate that. I hope you don't think Katie King is a fraud as they've tried to make us believe. Well, I suppose we'll soon find out. Yes, of course, that's the idea. Oh. Gentlemen, Miss Cook informs me she's ready. Remember to remain silent throughout the session. It is of the utmost importance that no matter what happens and no matter what you see, you do not leave your seat. Will we see Katie King? I cannot ensure that. It seems that this evening, the spiritual energies are in full swing, so your wish will probably come true. Fascinating. If you'd be kind enough to join me. Are you nervous, Mr. Moore? Oh yes, I'm shaking all over. I can offer you an opiate to calm your nerves. I usually carry some with me for, medicinal purposes. But promise me you won't tell anyone. It won't be necessary. Shall we go in? Yes, of course. I suppose my niece has informed you of the guidelines to follow during this session. Know that communication with the spirit world is very delicate. Any unexpected event could result in the loss of connection with the beyond. Therefore, allow me to remind you of what you must not forget while the medium is in trance. You cannot rise from your seat once the session has begun. If Katie King were to manifest, do not speak to her. She cannot see or hear you. She will only communicate through me. She is quite sensitive to what happens in this world, so try not to make any sudden moves. She could get scared and disappear. If you wish to convey a message to her, address it to me. Even while in a trance, I'll be able to hear you and transmit your words. Has everyone understood? Any questions or doubts before we begin? Do we have to put our hands on the table during the session? Do you have psychic powers, Mr. Brown? Me? No, I don't have any. Then let the medium be the one to place her hands on the table to channel psychic energies, all right? Okay. Yes, of course. Let's begin. Katie King! Daughter of John King. You who left this life to join the world of the dead. You who have been living in the shadows ever since. I summon you, O wandering spirit. Let us witness your presence in this world, to which unfortunately you no longer belong. Leave the darkness and join the living. Florence? Is that you, Florence? Amazing. I am here, Katie King. The sound of my voice will guide you to me. Join us. The researchers were right. The manifestation emanates the scent of flowers. I feel life in this place. You are not alone. No, dear. I am accompanied by people who have come to see you. Who are they? I cannot see them, only feel them. Mr. Brown is with me on my right. Opposite me sit Mr. Morton and Mr. Taylor. And finally, Mr. Moore is on my left. Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Katie says she's pleased to meet you. We can hear her. Unbelievable. Katie King must be using all her energy to communicate with this reality. Katie? Yes, Florence? My guests inform me that they can hear your voice. It's wonderful. Can I convey a message to them? Of course, dear. You are blessed to live in a world that, while not perfect, is full of wonders. Where I come from, there is nothing. Everything is dark. It's a lonely place. He's dead. Do not waste your lives on conflicts. Avoid problems. Live your lives as if each day was the last. Those are very beautiful words, dear. Does anyone wish to ask Katie King a question? Okay, this woman sounds like a fraud, as far as I'm concerned. Gentlemen, Katie King exists. The session has been a success. We should celebrate. I know an exquisite restaurant not far from here. What do you think about going to the Regent Street Smokers Club instead? Good option, Mr. Morton. I know a brothel that... Mr. Taylor's option. You heard Katie King. We must live life. Let's get moving, gentlemen. The session is over, Mr. Moore. Do you need anything else? You were Katie King, weren't you? No, I do not know what you are talking about. You just had to change clothes and appear from the shadows. My good sir, I don't know what you're aiming at, but I beg you to leave. Forgive me, but my intention is not to cause trouble. My name is Patrick Moore. I'm a university professor. I'm involved in metapsychic research along with my colleague, Nelson Ward. Oh no, not again. I hoped I'd never hear that name again in my life. I'm confused. Did you have trouble with my colleague? I will tell you the same thing I told Professor Ward. You will not get the ectoplasm sample at the expense of my aunt's life. So you can... Enough, Charlotte! But Aunt Florence, I said enough. I've made a decision. If you'd be so kind to step aside, I need to speak with this gentleman. So you work with Professor Ward? That's correct. And where is he? I have no idea where he might be. Has he disappeared? Yes, something like that. I've taken over his research. If it's all right with you, let's get this conversation in order. My colleague left a note saying you could provide an ectoplasm sample. That is correct. I do not mean to be rude, but I believe he made a mistake in thinking you'd be the right person for the job. Your reputation is questionable, Miss Cook. What I saw in there confirms it. Forget what you have seen. Anyone except the group you came with would know it's a crude setup. But Professor Nelson has a memory. It is something that is sadly lacking in all those who hear the name Florence Cook for the first time. What do you mean? I've not always been a fraud, Mr. Moore. When I was a teenager, I contacted an entity who called himself Sergeant Hughes. I managed to materialize ectoplasm through my body, and this entity used it to communicate with me. I thought it was a good way to make a living, and it was for the first few weeks, but with each session, Sergeant Hughes gained more strength to the point of possessing my body. He became more and more violent. His intention was to invade this reality, a reality to which he did not belong. I managed to sever the link, but his last words were a threat. A death threat. It was then that I created Katie King. A contrivance, of course, but safer without risking my life. People didn't care. They were still amazed by the sessions. Since then, there have been several Katie Kings, but I was the first, but logically, I had to stay young. The latest Katie King, as you've seen, is my niece, Charlotte. Do you understand now, Mr. Moore? My aunt can't do what you're asking. She could die if she invokes Sergeant Hughes. I'm sorry, I was unaware of all of this. It is not my intention to put you in danger. That doesn't matter now. I'm sick, Mr. Moore, very sick. I've been given up on. Doctors have diagnosed that I have no more than 2 months left to live. I want to do it. I don't want to leave this life without the world knowing that I was never a fraud. So you're in luck. You will have your ectoplasm sample. I believe your niece is right. Invoking that entity could... It is my will, and you must respect it. I want that sample more than anything else in this world, but I'm also concerned about your safety, and I would like to have a clear conscience. You will. As I said, this is what I want. Mind you, I'm not going to summon the bastard without the presence of William Crooks. Crooks? The scientist who discovered the element thallium? Among other things, yes. When my name and Katie King's became famous, several researchers wanted to verify the authenticity of the phenomenon. One of them was a promising scientist and a member of the Royal Society. He validated the phenomenon. He knew it was all a hoax, but he didn't want to discredit me in society's eyes. He was criticized and almost discredited as a scientist. I'd like to have him at the session. I have a lot to say to him. He was an important person in my life, although I doubt he'll accept the invitation if my niece or I reach out to him. Tell me, Mr. Moore, can you get Mr. Crooks to come? Know that I won't lift a finger without his attendance. Yes, I'll try. He resides in Berkeley Square. Ask any coachman nearby and they'll tell you where to find him. Bring Mr. Crooks here and we can start the session. In the meantime, I'll begin my preparations. Alright. Selfishness will make my aunt die. My God's will be done. It's over here. Take one if you wish. Okay, Florence Cook. What about the painting? They're African lilies. Lobelias. Mr. Crooks is the one in the middle. Arthur Machen. Talk with William Crooks now. I will inform Mr. Crooks. What'd you say your name was? Moore. Patrick Moore. Very fancy little house. Mr. Crooks, a gentleman named Patrick Moore wishes to see you. He will attend to you right away. Thank you. Yes, what do you want? My name is Patrick Moore. I'm a university professor. What field? Medicine. Nice to meet you. Although I come to you as a metapsychic researcher. An interesting pseudoscience. Certainly interesting, but unproductive, if I may express my opinion. Mr. Moore, I'm aware that I'm known for having been involved in these matters in former times, but all that belongs to the past. I don't know how I could help you. I do not want to bore you with details, so I'll be brief. I'm completing a machine that will be a breakthrough in the field of metapsychics. You have my attention. Continue. But I need several elements to carry it out. One of them is a sample of ectoplasm that the medium Florence Cook could provide me. Florence? Did you say Florence Cook? Yes. I'll save you some time, Mr. Moore. Florence Cook is a fraud. I also doubt her mediumistic abilities, although I have my reasons to give her the benefit of the doubt. That is your choice. Don't say nobody warned you. She asked me to beg you attend the session. She won't do it if you're not present. No, I know that. I'm not getting involved with this, sir. I've been nominated for the Nobel Prize 7 times, and I've been recently knighted. The last thing I need is to be associated with these matters again. I'm sorry if I can't help you. Aren't you curious to find out if Florence Cook isn't a fraud after all? I thoroughly investigated Florence Cook, Mr. Moore, and believe me, that woman has no extraordinary powers. However, your conclusion about her was quite the opposite. It's very complicated, you wouldn't understand. I don't want to be too harsh on her because let's just say it was a dishonest act that jeopardized my credibility as a scientist. I could bring you the blueprints of the machine I'm building. Yes, you've already told me about it. It runs on ectoplasm. Yes, well, not exactly. Spare me the details, Mr. Moore. Remember, you're talking to a scientist. Do it in the name of science, Mr. Crooks. Metapsychics is not a science. Chemistry and physics, those are sciences. It won't take much of your time. I've already given you my refusal, Mr. Moore. Please don't insist. You said you were interested in the world of metapsychics. I also told you it was completely unproductive. May I give you some advice? Don't waste your time investigating these matters. You're young. Do you want to end up like those nutcases from Bass, believing they've summoned... Who's on this month? Cleopatra? St. John the Baptist? Ludwig von Beethoven. Oh, of course, Beethoven. I've had contact with an entity. Are you running out of arguments to try to convince me, Mr. Moore? As I've already told you, I cannot help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to review the speech I'll be giving at the headquarters of the British Confederation of Scientific Societies. I only have a short time before the coachman picks me up. Good luck to you, Mr. Moore. Florence Cook is dying. Oh, what's wrong with her? She didn't specify what illness it is, but her life expectancy is months, weeks. She wants to see you before she dies. Is this emotional racketeering? Is that your final desperate argument to try to convince me? Oh no, I've exhausted all my resources trying unsuccessfully to convince you a moment ago. I'm just conveying Miss Cook's words to you. I'll be frank with you, Mr. Moore. My mind is split in two halves. One is controlled by reason, and to it I owe becoming a respected scientist. Spirituality consumes the other half. That's why I became interested in the afterlife. I wanted answers, and that led me to investigate Florence Cook's case. At that time, she was considered the most authentic medium in London. The investigation lasted longer than necessary because we realized we enjoyed each other's company. We fell in love, Mr. Moore. I concluded that Florence's powers were nothing but a hoax. It was obvious that Katie King was her, although no one else realized it. But even so, I was so in love with Florence that I wanted to cover for her and admitted that everything was real. Those claims shook my credibility. Even my career was at risk. Florence didn't want everything to end like that, so in an act of what I now see as bravery, she ended our relationship. She broke my heart. I haven't seen her since then. And if what you say about her illness is true, it is, believe me. In that case, my heart would break again if I were to see her in that state. I want to hold on to the memory I have of Florence, full of life, full of light. Do you understand me? But please respect my decision. And please apologize to Florence for me. I've taken a liking to you, Mr. Moore. You'll be welcome in this house any time, even if I'm absent. Feel free to consult my library whenever you want. Do you know Deshane? Of course. I have several first editions on the second shelf. You'll find them interesting. Good afternoon, Mr. Moore. It's been a pleasure meeting you. It's for the coachman. Oh, you know what we can do? Mrs. Cooks. Sealed. Can I throw that in the fire? No, I can't. Can't do anything. Can I distract her? Camellias. Okay. If I can just switch. Approach this differently. What can I do? I need to do something with the vase. But we gotta come back, I think. What about Silas Bennett's office? Number 5, here it is, London Archaeological Society. What about the horror book? Bram Stoker, Machen. Let's take a moment. Freely. Dracula. Ah, I see you're one of us. An aficionado of fantastical and horror literature. Come to the right place. Poe, Wells, Verne, Blackwood, Machen, Beer, Spencer. By answering my queries. Anna Karenina? How dare you come to my establishment to insult me? We only sell the good Tolstoy, Alexei. The family of the Vordelak, you ignorant fool. Go to one of those bookstores that shun this genre. You will surely find what you seek there. You're insane. Anna Karenina. Stygian Pond. The Lovelace, baby. Oh, you get achievements just for reading these? Just from reading those. Carmilla. Talk to the bookseller. Expected information. Which Europe river? Danube. Correct. Nevermore. Who is called Frankenstein, the creator? Story of the Mezzotint. Play? The names of children. The Demeter. The single. God, Pam. What is the name of the girl? Edward Frederick Benson's father. Vampire physician. And Mary Shelley. All the three. Magnus the Burial for us, the Telltale Hearts. Wilde's novel. Who does Dorian Gray blackmail? Years of Life. I honestly have no idea. Events in the story, baby. To try your luck again. Oh, so you do get something if you get them all right. Predating Shelley, who delved into the room. Your discourse lacks precision. Who's on the portraits here? Matthew Lewis, I think Joseph Sheridan LaFauno. Okay, so I guess you get something if you answer all these questions. All the old horror books. Forming the Professor Bennett's office. He's on this floor. Silas Bennett, archaeologist. Who's on this one? Thomas Lester, restorer. No, but I wanted to talk to him. Let's go into Silas Bennett's office then. Anyone there? Oh, is he in the other room? Sir. Yes. Are you looking for Professor Bennett? He's not been around. He embarked on one of those dubious expeditions. Out-of-place artifacts. I have the slightest idea. We have to talk about Oscar Koenig, which means king. Call the office. He'll be back, don't worry. It's Lester. Come in. What can we do here? There's a paint can. These marbles. Let me see them. They're marble. Remind me of blank eyes. I have an idea. Give me some space. Let's see. Here you go. Perfect, we got eyes. That's a compliment. Shelf. Top of Leicester. Ahem. So, archaeologist. Does the guild accept those theories? Bennett. Professor Bennett be right. Koenig worked with Mueller and Braun. Destroy these archaeological beams fit. Pieces have they been restored? Indeed. In case the pieces you're seeing. So it's all a restores thing. Anyway, we got the eyes, so maybe we can do something with those. I know where one of them was talked about, Percy Fawcett, the Lost City of Z. My thesis on medieval castles. I know where the Lost City of Z is, Percy Fawcett. Sphinx of Gaza. Giza, not Gaza. I said the wrong word. Giza, not Gaza. Giza is Egypt. Gaza is Palestine. What about this cinema here? Anything in there? Oh, do we have to buy a ticket? Well, we can go to the photo studio and we can put those eyes. He looks better now. Appreciate the attention, but Bertram had green eyes. Cyril, you seem to know what you're doing. One moment. These are your favorites. Good heavens, Bertram! Composure, ladies. It's nothing more than the sign of Lazarus. Among other phenomena, involuntary muscular movements post-mortem. Means in repose, if such was your concern. Very well, let us attempt once more. Develop it, but I can't help you with that. It's been a pleasure. You may keep the bouquet, sir. Okay. Come shortly to pay his fees. What we can do with the violence. Consult the library. Can we do anything? If I threw those in the fire. Can't do anything with the fire. Sorry, can't do anything there. Nothing with the library. Okay, let's go out there. can't do that. Okay. Okay, we need the ectoplasm, the plate, and a power source. What? University? Maybe there's something we can do in here. Maybe not. Tom Lee. Lectures are over. Bar of iron. Easy peasy. Thank you for your strength. Maybe we can do something with... Henry's not here. Well, we could we'd use that jar with the eggs with Charles Lee. What if we created a stink at William Crook's residence? The maid doesn't need that. I apologize. Now we're trying. Maybe we can do that with the bet. Maybe it's something that we can clear the area at the docks with it. I don't know. Like, that's just a guess. I think, like, a bet could actually, like... The violets. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling it might be the violets. Wild orchid to stop supplying violets. Cream of the lantern. The ring. If he doesn't enter the ring with the bouquet, he believes he'll lose, and that's never been the case. Isn't that right, champ? I guess we just had to fuck up the champion. Oh, I think I know what we can do here. Well, he's gonna eat that disgusting food. Fart in a windstorm. To shot himself with that kilo of grub before getting in the ring. One round black. Swig at the dive later. Well, we won, and we're gonna get the betting slip. I'm here to collect this. Let me see. Well, well. So you're the fool who bet on Walter Black, eh? Hey, Rem, good. What's going on? Tell me, did you know something we didn't? I beg your pardon. Who would bet against one-round Jack if they didn't know he was going to lose? What are you implying? I ain't implying nothing, just thinking out loud. We're the ones who rigged the fight, and believe me, this one wasn't. You won that bet fair and square. I'll fetch your money. Lucky bastard. Here's your money. £1,000, just the money I needed. Anyway, we can save. We can probably get that photographic plate. What's up, Rem? How's your day been? I'm gonna go to here and give the money to Patty. Not the money yet? Let's see Patty. Oh, the dog's there, growling. Mr. Moore. I suppose your presence means you're here to give me some joy. Indeed. Here's your money. £1,000. You can count it. I reckon you understand you wouldn't be messing with me, so I'll take your word for it, Mr. Moore. And let me say I'm pleasantly surprised. Did you see that? Take a lesson from him. Damn it! Oh, to fire you lot and keep Mr. Moore for myself. He's got the makings of a collector. You kept your word. I'll be keeping mine. It'll please you to know Mr. Wood's still alive and hardly scratched. Your lucky Brian takes his time. It's been good for you, but I ain't sure if it's been good for me. Killian, have Mr. Wood released. Right away, Paddy. Oh, Timothy Johnson, once upon you and me. 'Twas a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Moore. By the way, you can keep the envelope. Empty, of course. Can I help you with anything else? Mr. Wood's release is enough. Alright, it's been a pleasure. Now go see Mr. Wood and give him my regards. Tell him all is forgotten, for the moment. Anyway, I do have one idea with that envelope. We're gonna switch them. Done. I think I heard a horse carriage. The coachman must be waiting at the door. Oh, Mr. Moore. I see you're still here. How do you find my little library? Very interesting. I could spend all day perusing each and every volume. But I must be off. Thank you for your hospitality. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Moore. We may see each other again one of these days. Sooner than you think. Good afternoon, Mr. Crooks. Good afternoon, Mr. Moore. Now, where did I leave that envelope with the address of the British Confederation of Scientific Society's headquarters? Ah, yes. On the tray. That moves that. Is Wood back here yet? No? Hello? Mr. Wood? Oh, welcome. Your face looks familiar. Do I know you? I'm the one who just got you out of debt, asshole. Yes, you were here before when... Yes, when Paddy's men took you away. I'm also the one who saved your skin. You paid off the debt. Indeed. Good heavens, you saved my life. I don't know how to thank you. Ask for anything you want. Except money. May I ask you a question? Of course. Do you know Professor Ward? Yes, I went to see him at the university where he works. He said he'd get in touch with me, but he hasn't shown up here. Did you talk to him about a certain photographic plate? Yes. How do you know about that? I'm his colleague. Professor Ward is absent. Did he mention my case to you? No, I hope you'll fill me in on the matter. You see, this job is not as profitable as it was a few years ago. Having a photographic memento of loved ones is no longer socially acceptable. Some even consider it in poor taste. I don't blame them. I'm aware of the controversy surrounding my work. When the clientele started to dry up, I had to optimize resources. I got photographic plates at a very good price through a contact. It was surplus from Romania. As soon as I use them for my photographs, wait a moment, I'll show them to you. I wasn't dealing with the ruffians. Where? Oh yes, here. It's been a lot of ruffian wrangling. Take a look at these. They were taken with the plates I'm talking about. Oh my god. It's just a baby. See these photographs. Look at the spots around the child. Turn to the next page, please. Do you see? These are not dust specks. Orbs. Excuse me? That's what the phenomenon is called. Please tell me, sure. Supernatural nature. You captured a ghost on film, Mr. Wood. It's a ghost, isn't it? Definitely, it's a corporeal manifestation. No doubt about it. This is wonderful. Are you saying there are ghosts in my studio? In your studio, in your neighbors' homes, and even in the private quarters of Pope Pius X in the Vatican? The immaterial world. That world we don't see, maybe as populated as our plane of existence. It's one of the hypotheses I work for. And I'm sorry to say, but there's a place that attracts these poor souls. It's your studio. Remember, you photographed death. Damn it! Only with those. What else can you tell me about those plates? Got them from Romania. I don't know anything else. He might have more information. So Professor Ward was interested. That was a key piece of the box of revelations. Colleague, I told him I intended to burn the only one I had left because I was terrified. Studio. Said not to touch up anything until he showed up here. Suppose you wanted, right? So kind as to offer it to me, I'll gladly accept it. Keep that album as well. We're gonna get the plate and the album. Two characters have an age gap and met through their employer that owned multiple storybook-style establishments across America. Sounds crazy. Here you go. There's our plate. Bid you good afternoon. Sure, I don't have to fear anything with this ghost master. Fear the living, specifically guys like Patty. Stay away from them, alright? Okay, we can give that to her. I have Eugene Wood's photographic plate. Wonderful. Why was it so special to Nelson? It photographs ghosts. That's simple. Have you been able to prove it? Yes, I have an album with photographs by Eugene Wood taken with several plates from the same series. The one I got was the last one. If we discard the frauds and take the ghost photographs as authentic, they all have something in common. They're products of Chad's. Pictures have always been captured to the photographer's surprise. A family photo with a floating face, for example. A figure of a lady in a window when photographing a building. This photograph? Okay. Here you go. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to the other items. Ooh, Florence Cook. Anything in here? Can't do anything yet. I'm just gonna take a save right here. 2 to go. And I'm gonna be right back. Just need a little We're back. I'm sorry. I needed to get a little pick-me-up. I was kind of falling asleep. Not because this game is bad or anything, but sometimes it's like... I needed a rest because I was talking so much while doing this game. It's one thing I really don't like, that I can't have a minute to just sit in silence when you're doing live, broadcasting, but that's how it is. Seem to recall telling you I don't want to see you around here. I don't think we're going to be doing much here. We do have that photographic album. What about Bennett's office? Can we do anything in there? Cinema, the alley. What are we gonna find with this expedition shit? Oscar Koenig. Nobody inside. That's the exit. The restore's here by the door. Can't do much there. You may use the paint, but don't take it. Professor Bennett be right? No. No. Chemical components. Not familiar with these. Don't want to take any risks. Not much we can do here. What about the map? Nothing in here. I need to find a way to find Bennett. Falk's Horror Books. Well, we can go to Florence Cook because now that seance can happen and we can get the ectoplasm. This is not the headquarters of the British Confederation of Scientific Studies. Are you Mr. William Crooks? Indeed. Do we know each other? Mr. Moore, what are you doing here? Florence, it's a pleasure to see you again, William. You're the one behind this setup. You must have switched the envelope intended for my coachman. Am I correct, Mr. Moore? Leave Mr. Moore alone, William. I don't know what methods he used to bring you here, but he was just fulfilling my wish. I won't deny that I'm pleased to see you again. But Katie King, the manifestations, all that is now behind me. It belongs to the past. Today I don't want to get involved in such matters. I'm a respected scientist. I wouldn't have required your presence if it weren't. Yes, Mr. Moore has informed me of everything. I'm sorry about your illness, but that is not... Oh my God! I'm very angry about this situation, but... Let me look at you more closely. You're still as beautiful as ever. I'm not the young woman you once knew, Will. I'm old. Nor am I that handsome gentleman. Gray hair looks good on you. My eyes find you even more attractive than back then. Gentlemen, miss, I must thank you for this unexpected gathering. It's made me feel 30 years younger. As long as I get to spend more time with Miss Cook, I will do as she asks. Come with me, William. I'll explain everything to you. This is frustrating. I thought Mr. Crooks would talk some sense into her. I hope my aunt doesn't have any problem. If anything happens to her, I will hold you responsible. I hope everything goes well. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Sergeant Hughes used to possess me when the ectoplasm had just formed. I'll try to contain the emanation and prevent it from taking its final form long enough for you to take a sample. Do you have a container on you, Mr. Moore? Yes, here it is. As soon as you've taken the sample, I'll cut the connection. Are you all clear, Mr. Moore? Yes. Be quick. I don't want to give that bastard a chance to fulfill his threat. There's a lot of light in here. Do you need us to turn off the lights and close the curtains? Darkness candles and all that paraphernalia are just for ambience and to influence the gullible. I could summon that bastard in the middle of Trafalgar Square. Aunt Florence, you still have time. Please, this has gone too far. I am aware of the danger, and the decision is made. Whatever happens, I want you to know that I love you. As for you, William, I regret all the harm I've caused you. It never mattered to me, Florence. I managed to restore my reputation through my scientific discoveries. I'm not talking about that. I pushed you away when we could have had a nice life together. We still have time. Everything will be fine. I will focus. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Take your time. Okay, Ravens. The entity is about to manifest. Correct. I think this will work. Okay. I think we just wait, right? We're just gonna wait. This is eerie. Mr. Moore, I'm ready. Remember, as soon as the ectoplasm materializes, I take a sample and you cut the connection. Exactly. Just a reflection of the entity, a business card. It's not the entity itself. Only an announcement that his soul is about to enter our reality. Quick enough to take you the Cybele, I will have all enough time to close all the doors to Sergeant Hughes. Shall we begin? Gideon Hughes! Can you hear my voice? Gideon Hughes? I'm talking to you! What's the matter, Gideon? Have you become shy over the years? You disappoint me, Gideon. You used to manifest yourself without being asked. What's the problem now? I intimidate you, don't I? I know what's happening here. You had no problem scaring a poor girl. Now that I'm an adult, you're not so brave, are you? She's provoking him to manifest. You wanted to kill me, remember? It's the last thing you said to a scared little girl. Go on, you coward. Keep your promise. Or are you a liar after all? You used to call yourself Sergeant Hughes. I didn't think you were even an officer. You were probably just an ordinary private. Oh shit. The Raven has... I can't believe what I'm seeing. Good Lord! Florence was always right. We need to act now. I've got it! Now, Aunt Florence, cut the connection. It's all over now. Right, Miss Cook? Aunt Florence? Are you well, Aunt Florence? The Raven is getting agitated. I have a bad feeling. Florence? Aunt Florence? Oh, Jesus! Hello, Florence. Oh no, miss me? I always keep my promises. No! Good Lord! She's dead. No! Oh my God, no! Are you happy now, Mr. Moore? I'm sorry, Shut up! Listen to me, please. No! You're the one who has to listen to me! Because ever since you walked into this damn house, you've not listened to me! I begged you to give up your endeavor! And look what you've done! You've got your damn sample! So get out of this house before I do something crazy! It should not have ended like this. But your aunt... I said leave! Aunt Florence. Yeah, well, she told you that was gonna happen. Alright. Well, we got the ectoplasm. I managed to speak with Florence Cook. Yes, and I've obtained this. By all the branches of modern science. Is that what I think it is? A sample of ectoplasm, indeed. I can't believe it. Florence Cook was not a fraud. Oh, Patrick, do you realize what this means? We could offer the world solid proof that the beyond exists. I think you're being overly optimistic, Beatrice. Look at the sample. It is nothing but a luminous, amorphous gas. Skeptics will settle for any simple explanation. Dogai, welcome in with that candy corn and the Snorlax. You're right. They need to see the ghost with their own eyes, and that's what we'll give them. But for now, I'm bursting with happiness. Give it to me. I'll start assembling the sample in the box of revelations. Photograph playing the ectomazes. Been to the London Archaeology Society. Professor Bennett is not there. Well, we should... Oh, we have a knock on the door. It's going well. Who knows we're here? No one. You may come in. It is open. Good afternoon. My name is Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle is in this? You must be Professor Moore. Conan Doyle, the writer? I'm afraid so. I'm a great admirer of yours. An admirer of me, or of Sherlock Holmes. Should we suspend the search? I found the Utah episode more interesting than a detective investigation. I prefer your macabre tales like The Parasite or Lot Number 249. You should foster that genre more. That was my wish, but that damn detective, a violin-playing drug addict, held me hostage for many years. It's such an overdose to Sherlock Holmes that I feel the same way about him as I do about the foie gras pate I overate some time ago. Hearing his name is enough to make me feel queasy. I hate to interrupt this book club, gentlemen, but what the hell are you doing here, Mr. Doyle? I mean, I think we all want to know that. The reason for my visit is that I saw a light from the street, and I hope to find Professor Nelson Ward here. Do you know him? I've always followed his investigations with interest, Professor Moore. We had a meeting with your colleague, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and I ended up funding the Box of Revelations. In fact, yesterday we donated a large amount specifically to Professor Bennett's excavation in Peru. But our friend Nelson Ward insisted this time it should be deposited in the university's name. I don't know why. Wait a moment. Do you mean that money belongs to the professor and not to the university? Exactly. The professor hasn't stolen anything, Beatrice. So it seems. If this whole affair smelled fishy to me before, it smells even worse now. I see that you're aware of the unfortunate incident with the professor, and that you're unaware of his whereabouts. We know nothing. We came here in search of a clue that might shed light on where we could find him, but we've had no luck. I believe you. I see that despite the professor's absence, the manufacturing of the Box of Revelations continues. Are you working on it? Yes, we've managed to obtain the ectoplasm sample and Eugene Wood's photographic plate. Are you serious? That's fantastic news. I suggest you lower your expectations, Mr. Doyle. I can assemble all the pieces, even modify part of the machine, but I fear it cannot be completed without Nelson's help. There are certain connections not stipulated in the blueprints, and frankly, I'm out of ideas. In fact, we have yet to find Professor Bennett and have him enlighten us on the missing piece. So 2 obstacles stand in the way of showing the public the existence of the Beyond. I believe you can resolve the issue with Professor Bennett. In fact, you managed to obtain the remaining pieces, which was Professor Ward's main concern. So I trust in your abilities. As for finding Professor Ward, what about you? Don't you solve mysteries in your novels? Seems you're good at it. My dear, I began writing my Sherlock Holmes stories knowing at all times what has happened. I'm a writer, not a detective. But if I'm honest, I believe it's time to put my deductive skills into practice and compete with my most successful creation in intelligence. I have contacts all over the city and some suspicion of what might have happened to our friend. They're just conjectures, but if I take the right approach, yes, that's what I'll do. You, Professor Moore, try to locate Professor Bennett, the great dame of Phantasmagoria, whom I deeply admire and who seems to have revealed herself as a great scientist, will continue working on the machine. As for me, I will scour London in search of the missing professor. Is that all right with you? Thank you for your help, Mr. Doyle. You can call me Arthur. We're a team now. We're not quite there yet. Let's settle for something in between. How about Sir Arthur? Well, if you wish. I'll get going. I hope to bring you good news. Tell me something, Sir Arthur. What interest does the Golden Dawn have in the Box of Revelations? We're very curious about the Beyond. Perhaps more than the average person. Although our desire was not to share that information if the machine bore fruit. Knowledge is power, isn't it? You're correct, Miss Shaw. But Professor Ward insists on it. He wants to share the results with the world. There's a dispute about this in the Order. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm with Professor Ward. You choose well. I'll return to the London Archaeological Society to see if this Oscar Koenig has returned. Good luck to both of you. See you shortly. Of course, Koenig in Danish, I guess, or German, means king. King for the Britain. King of the Britons. So yeah, we only have like 2 places left to go, really. I'm wondering if we maybe will find Koenig finally here. Because we didn't really have anything else we could do. Oscar Koenig, please come in. The door is open. He's German, I believe. Mr. Koenig? Yes? My name is Patrick Moore, and Professor Moore, you are Professor Ward's colleague. I've been eager to meet with you. May I ask you some questions? Of course. Where can I find Professor Bennett? I'm afraid he's out of London. Out of London? Do you know when he'll return? He should have been back by now. I'm so concerned about his absence that I was about to set out to look for him. Did Professor Ward come to see you? Yes. We had a conversation with him a couple of days ago. The discussion was so fruitful that he became our benefactor. What do you mean by benefactor? He will finance our excavation in Peru. Colleagues notes, Professor Bennett is involved with a excuse me for not being very precise in my description, but it seems to be a precious stone, a jewel. The Scarlet Stone, yes. His colleagues, didn't he inform you about it? There are too many things he didn't inform me about, so I hope you can enlighten me. A week ago, after thorough research, we published an article where we announced that we had located the whereabouts of the Scarlet Stone. We omitted the details, of course. We didn't want that area swarming with treasure hunters benefiting from our discovery. Professor Ward read that article and came to propose an arrangement with us. What arrangement? I will be honest with you. We struggle to find funding for our excavations. Those close-minded idiots think we're chasing fantasies. They wouldn't fund us even for a train ticket to Birmingham. On the other hand, Professor Ward mentioned having a significant sum from a donation and offered to finance our excavation in Peru in exchange for using the Scarlet Stone in one of his experiments. We need that money, Professor. You look for a person to place it. My mentor's reputation has declined in recent years. We are outcasts within the Archaeology Guild. The deal seemed fair and beneficial to both parties. Oh my god, really? This is what we have to do here with this. You look for a person at a place in front of them. What is the Scarlet Stone? It's an artifact. Its construction dates back to the dawn of time. We believe it was made by the Herbans. What does the artifact do? The Scarlet Stone generates continual high voltage energy on its own, without any external assistance. A potent and inexhaustible source of energy. Interesting. It is also the source of legends. What kind of legends? Nothing relevant, fantasies and superstitions. It said that its creators were frightened by what it could do. They decided to hide it so that no human would misuse it. As I said, I intend to set out to search for Professor Bennett. Arnold, sometimes? No, that's a different matter. He's like right around here. He might have found the artifact and had an unfortunate accident. Or perhaps he hasn't found it yet. Although if that were the case, he would have informed me via telegram. The train leaves tonight bound for Elliswell, Scotland. That's where the Scarlet Stone is located. Would you like to accompany me? Scotland. I would like to, as this concerns both of us, but I'm having trouble obtaining the appropriate attire for such an endeavor. Don't worry about that. I see you're the same size as me. I can lend you clothes from my suitcase. What do you say? Will you join me? It will be a pleasure, although I need to inform my colleague Beatrice. I will be absent for a few days first. Sounds perfect. The train departs from King's Cross at 10. I'll be waiting for you. Germans and Britons share the same sense of punctuality. So let's honor that. I'll be there. Well, here we are. We'll soon arrive in Scotland. Don't get too excited, Professor Moore. There are still several transfers to go, and we'll have to rent a horse carriage. There's nothing in Elliswell. It's a desolate place. The only remnant of civilization there is an old lighthouse, which I don't know is even still in operation. Let's hope Professor Bennett is safe and sound. Yes, let's hope. And that by finding the professor, we will find the Scarlet Stone. I sense you don't have much faith in this venture, am I right? Why do you say that? I can see it in your eyes. You're the same look as the skeptics I face every day in my work. I beg your pardon, but I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that we've embarked on a search for an artifact of advanced technology, manufactured when man still lived in caves. The Herbans populated the world before that time. You don't believe they existed, do you? I have my doubts. There's no historical evidence of it. And this is coming from someone who firmly believes in the existence of ghosts. Let me explain to you what my job entails. Imagine that the world as we know it suffers a cataclysm of such magnitude that our civilization is wiped from the map. Cities are burned and only a small handful of people survive. All knowledge acquired before then would be lost, as subsequent generations would be more concerned with seeking shelter from the elements or essentially starting over. Follow me so far? Yes. Right. Let's fast forward tens of thousands of years. Humanity has managed to recover from that cataclysm, and the world has been repopulated, giving rise to new civilizations. Some wonder about their ancestors. Who were they? How did they live? So they begin to establish archaeological sites, and based on what they find in these excavations, they conclude that humans emerged after that cataclysm we discussed earlier. There's nothing further back, because they haven't found any archaeological remains suggesting otherwise. A logical thought, but not entirely accurate. However, not all knowledge was lost on the cataclysm. Thanks to oral tradition, fragments of that era survived and were reflected in scrolls or books. Several of them talk about, let's say, an artifact called the Voice of the Dead. Several archaeologists decide to search for it. It's impossible for that to exist, say the most conservative ones. It's a fantasy. The only things we found are sticks and stones, says the most skeptical ones. Have you dug deeper or explored certain uncharted latitudes, asks a rebellious archaeologist. The response from the closed-minded group would be indifference or rejection. So that archaeologist starts digging on his own. And what does he find? A gramophone. A damn gramophone with a Poor Johnny record. An object out of its time. An artifact that is impossible for humans whose greatest technological achievement was the spirit to hunt animals and feed themselves. Yet for the civilizations that perished in that cataclysm, it was just an entertainment device that could be manufactured anywhere in the world. But that's what the Scarlet Stone is. It's not a magical stone or a fantasy. Perhaps with the Urbans, it was equivalent of a car engine to us. I understand what you're saying. By the way, you mentioned that its creators were frightened by what it could do. Yes, that is documented in Maiores Nostri by Celso de Rodas and in Tempus Quad Numquam Fuit by Eudemo. Would you like my opinion? Sure, go ahead. Let's say if one of our armies creates a projectile capable of wiping out an entire regiment. They decide to use it in a war, but this projectile is so powerful that it destroys the entire city. If my faith in humanity coincides with that of the military, they'd be frightened by what that artifact was capable of, and they would agree never to use it again. That could be what the Scarlet Stone represents. A source of energies that the Urbans couldn't control. This has been a very interesting conversation, Mr. Koenig. Call me Oscar, but today has been a very hectic day, and my body can't take any more. Do you mind if I take a nap? Don't worry about me. Rest as this rattling English sheep train allows it. Thank you very much. Good night, Oscar. Gute Nacht, Professor Moore. While we're here... Damn it. Stop tormenting yourself, Oscar. Stop! All my gear was in those trunks. Those incompetent station workers were just supposed to take our luggage to the hotel in Edinburgh. Maps, clothes, tools, flashlights, all lost. I know, but there's nothing we can do now. Maybe we can find something around here that will help us. Look around you. This is a desolate wasteland. There's nothing for miles, just rocks. Not to worry, we will get through this. Let's search for Professor Bennett before it gets dark. We'll have plenty of time to lament later. You're right. I apologize for letting you witness my frustration. Let's get moving. Oscar, come here. No, not Lance. Have you noticed those glints? They're not signals, if that's what you're thinking. Look, the glints are very irregular. Maybe it's a small stream catching the last rays of the sun. You sure about that? That's my belief. Well, we got nothing. Go check it out. Those glints are natural. Professor Vate, I want you to have this. One copy of the topographic map as the area was lost with the trunks. I borrowed this piece of map from the info we stayed, amongst the places where Professor Bennett might be. Let's use this area as our starting point. Nearby is the Cromlech. Where is it? Ah, yes, around here. It's an ancient druid stone circle where, according to our research, the Scarlet Stone was venerated. Said the artifact we seek lies buried at its center. So Professor Doug's here. He has probably achieved his goal. And if we know signs of excavation, mean he never made it to Eriswell. Exactly. There's a lighthouse a few kilometers downstream. On our way here, we saw that it's still operational. That means there's a lookout. Might have seen Professor Bennett wandering around the area. We should talk to him. Ready to go? Let's go. So let's go to the lighthouse here. What the devil? Get out of here! Because he's Scottish, right? From the lighthouse. From Eriswell! I need to get the Scottish accent going. Hang on a minute. But maybe he'd... Excuse me. What? Why should we leave Eriswell? This place is now for you! Damn it, I shouldn't even be here, Massel. And why don't you leave this... I shouldn't even be here myself. Why don't you leave this place? This coasts are treacherous. They claim the lives of hundreds of sailors. That was before they built this lighthouse. And someone has to take care of it. Although you won't see me venturing into those moors, no sir. Eriswell is full of dangers, did you know? Kinds of dangers are in Eriswell. It's the cliffs. You have to be careful if you don't want to plunge off them. I need to really get my axe. You'd be surprised at the human remains that can be found among the rocks. And the wind, it seems harmless, right? But this wind is relentless. Could drive even the sanest person mad. And I won't mention those damn mushrooms for hell. But above all... Yes? Nay. Forget it and get out to Eriswell. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to do this accent. If my Scottish accent is bad, I apologize. It is one of the hardest to pull off because you really gotta get right down there, laddie. You really gotta put every kind of, you know, little emphasis on the parts of the accent, and I just lost it right there. Parts of the accent, and then you got to get it right there, and you lose it sometimes. It's brutal. Mushrooms. Those purple things sticking out of the ground. You have to be careful not to step on them. And they're everywhere. Okay, what are you doing with those stones? I crush them to turn them into gravel. And what do you do with it? I spread it along the path to the door of my home. That stranger probably caught their attention. I want to be alert in case they approach while I sleep. They step on the gravel, I'll hear them coming. They? Who are they? Those who play the trumpets. I heard them once. It's been centuries since anyone heard them. What trumpets? The ones of the apocalypse. Professor Moore, come here. This man is delusional. He's not the first lookout to lose his mind in the solitude among natural elements. Any ideas? Let me think. No. None at all. Stab you. Tell me about the stranger you've seen around here. Could he be an archaeologist? We're looking for him. There was a fella carrying strange instruments. I suppose he was an archaeologist by the way he dressed. Did you talk to him? Nay, he did not come around here, and I did not go near him either. He used to sleep in one of the caves on the north. Wow, I lost it. He used to sleep in one of the caves on the northern cliff. He lit a fire in it. I lost it. He lit a fire in it at night, and that catches the eye. Sorry. Maybe that's why the trumpet sounded for the first. I just lost the fucking accent. I see, because it goes into an Australian one by accident. Would think that you'd be good at French since you're in the topical area. It's the... Where is that cave? To the north, there are cliffs. The cave is on a ledge. Can we enter the lighthouse? From above, we would have a full view of the terrain. You're not authorized to enter the lighthouse. Only I am. But we could. I said only I'm authorized to enter the lighthouse. Is that clear? Thank you. Thank you. It's just, you know, you're... I swear to God, because sometimes you can slip out of the Scottish accent and it just goes into Australian or it goes into something else because of the way you're trying to pronounce. It's like you're really trying to get right into the accent and really try to remember how it goes properly. But a lot of time I can't remember how you pronounce certain words, and in Scottish, and I don't know how they say. I gotta really listen to somebody speak Scots. Or just speak in that accent, because it is one of the most hard accents to imitate. And there's like little bits and words that I can remember, but it's not all of them. What is the dog's name? Doug, you mean that scrawny rat? It does not have a name. What do you call it then? With a whistle. Looks like a quiet dog. Too quiet. It's as if it came out of a taxidermist's warehouse. And on top of that, it's a coward. I slipped into Irish. It gets scared of its own reflection in the water. Its own reflection in the water. And when that happens, you have to calm it down so it does not have a heart attack. Some companion. I think I've said enough. Get out of here. You are nigh aware of the danger you're in. You should listen to me. Get out to Eriswell. It's in the sack, brimming with gravel. Hey! You're not authorized to enter the lighthouse. You're doing all of these accents at once. We don't need a rope, Mr. Moore. So, well, we'll know where to find one if we need it. I don't understand your habit of keeping every object you come across. All right. Wasn't there a cave here? What's in the cromlech? Oh, we have a hole in the cromlech. Curses. What's the matter? This is not where the cromlech... This is not the cromlech where the scarlet stone is supposed to be buried. You sure about that? You sure about that? Eudemo's writings were precise. Each stone should bear a spiritual rune, the protective symbol of the Order of the Eternal Wind. What was the Order of the Eternal Wind? The Scarlet Stone survives the cataclysms that ended its creators. It passed through various hands until it reached the Druid sect who called themselves that. They possessed great knowledge of past eras. Many of their rituals came from lost civilizations. When they obtained the Scarlet Stones, they studied it and understood its power. They agreed to hide it to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. The trail of the artifact we seek ends there, with the Order of the Eternal Wind. Could others have obtained the Scarlet Stone after this sect? No. Why not? Why not? Because it's impossible. How can you be so sure? Because we've done our job. There's no record of it being anywhere else. Don't be impertinent with your questions, and believe me when I tell you that I'm sure of it. All right, I apologize. Does that mean that the Scarlet Stone is not an Eriswell? It is an Eriswell, verdammt nochmal. Why on earth shouldn't it be? I won't abide your pessimism, Professor. All right, Oscar, don't get so upset. We've spent years investigating its whereabouts. We couldn't have made any mistakes. Calm down, will you? Do not tell me to calm down. Seems the professor here was here after all. He has excavated the area, so there's no doubt about that. But he mustn't have found anything. This is frustrating. What do we do now? I don't know! Listen to me, Oscar. Try to relax. Your attitude won't help us at all. I apologize for not possessing the famous British phlegm. I just asked you to try to calm down. I'm sorry. Without Professor Bennett, I'm lost. I won't find the artifact without him. Without the artifact, your colleague won't fund our excavation in Peru. Regarding that, I'm sorry, I haven't been honest with you, but Professor Ward is missing. What do you mean? There was a minor incident and he decided to go into hiding. I have no idea where he might be. But will he come back? I don't know. I assume there'll be news of him sooner or later, but... Damn it. Why didn't you mention this before we set off? I don't really know. I want that artifact as much as you do, and I've decided to join you on this quest. But don't worry, I'm a professor at a very important university. I could pull strings that could connect you to patrons willing to fund you if this venture succeeds. This better be true, Professor Moore. Otherwise, I will consider you a hindrance. Understand the frustration of my colleague upon finding nothing here. This is not the Cromlech we're looking for. What is that? You mentioned that each man here should... Spiritual rune... Okay... Something sticking out of the ground. What have you found? A mirror. Could it be an object out of its time? Don't joke around. It belongs to Professor Bennett. Shine directly into the hole being excavated. What about in here? Nothing here. Okay, so just... nothing in there. Can we use... Be best if you carry it. Okay, I don't think there's anything more here, but we can go on the roof. The cave. Wait here. Professor! Professor Bennett! Professor? Damn it. Nothing. He's not here. The lookout said the professor spent several nights in this cave. Are there any signs of his belongings? I don't know. It's very dark and I couldn't see anything. I should go in as well. Go ahead if you wish, but as I mentioned, you won't see anything. Maybe we can. Maybe if... No, bad idea. Cautious with this mushroom. It's an Amanita involutus. If crushed, it will release spores that could render you unconscious for quite a while. I'll be careful. Too far away. Is the mirror to direct light into the cave. Okay, there's... What if I stopped... I have an idea with those mushrooms. Now, they say crushing them would stun you. So why not distract that guy at the lighthouse and then use that to put a stop to it? Fumi, how dare you carry it around? To the dog. No, I don't want to feed a toxic mushroom. Can we distract him? It's like you've played games before. Oh, I know. I have a good logic idea. Dangerous. Get it at his will. I can't go near the damn table. If I just had him crush the damn thing. If I put that in the sack. Try something else. The path doesn't have us. Just looking out at the mountains. Nothing here. What? You get him away from the table or use the mirror on the glints? I'm trying to figure out how to get him away from the table. If I can just shut him at the cliff. Don't need another mushroom. Okay, we go inside the cave. Okay. Well, what could we do with this? And if we just click any of those, the same canned response. Yes. Cromlech. It's gotta be this damn lighthouse. Can I distract him? No, none at all. Get away from that door. How dare you carry it around? Can I distract him? Own reflection in the water. Hold on a minute. What if I showed the mirror to the dog? Do you want to see yourself in the mirror, doggy? Well, I called that right. The hell is wrong with you? Do you want to come down? Oh, there we go. Come down. That's the way I like it. Cursed mutt. What the? Are you alright? Yes. Not really. Just a bit. I think I need to sit down. Okay, well that got us in. Diary on the table. Photograph. Put the furniture. Anything over here? Can we stop this thing? Locked. The North Sea stretching to the coast of Denmark. I guess I just have to see. Maybe we need it pointing north. It's not pointing towards there, so... Okay, so south would be there. It would be north. Obviously, that's where we gotta... I just didn't look at where the thing was beforehand, but we can switch it to the north. Nothing in the box. Nothing on the table but the diary from the lighthouse keeper. You can't go in, you're not authorized. There we are. Oscar? Yes, stand against that wall. This one? Yes. What are your intentions? Hold this mirror. Right. Towards the interior of the cave. Thank you. Remnants of a fire here. A bag. We found a spyglass. A telescope. Professor Bennett, I'm running out of ideas, Professor Moore. Okay, can't do anything. Okay, can we do anything with the rope? I don't think so. What if we use the telescope at that glint? What do you see? A camp with a single tent. Typical camp of an archaeologist. Okay. We're gonna go up there now. To the camp. Oh, we have another mirror here. Looters. Ruthless. This box. Archaeologists so jealously guards. I should save. People are dangerous. Can we open it? Thick chain and lock. glance was the mirror. An old lamp. Fire remnants still smoldering. Can I not do anything here? Can't be far. I'm not sure. Open it with my bare hands. We must open it. Can't do anything from the table. I think... No one here. Lighthouse. Oh, there we go. I got the mallet. I needed that. Brimming with gravel. Can this open the box? Hey! Oh, there he is. What are you doing? What does that box contain? Excavation material. He's lying. If that's the case, why keep it under lock and key? So people like you won't steal from me. Who are you? No. Who are you? My name is John Price. Please excuse my companion. He can be a bit impulsive. Just a bit. My name is Patrick Moore, and this gentleman is Oscar Koenig. We're looking for Professor Silas Bennett. Oscar Koenig! You're Professor Bennett's assistant. Do you know him? Do you know where he is? This smells fishy, Mr. Moore. What have you done with him, Price? Me? Nothing! Collaborated in the search for the Scarlet Stone. Collaborated? Mr. Moore, don't believe a word this man says. That professor would not collaborate with a looter. I'm not a looter. Please calm down, Mr. Koenig. I met your mentor here in Ariswell. His search for the artifact was fruitless. I wasn't digging in the right place. I had precise data on where the Scarlet Stone might be, and he agreed to share that discovery with me. That's all. How do you know the Scarlet Stone is in Ariswell? Well, no matter how hard you tried to conceal it in the article, the references were very obvious. The professor admitted that an expert reading that article could have located the place with no problem, as was in my case. Where's the professor? Your friend believed the artifact was buried in the Cromlech on the coast, because he hadn't read Marley's in her chronicles. The text does not mention Ariswell, but rather the hidden Cromlech in the Black Forest. It's your article. I can pinpoint the exact location, that's why I'm here. So I have to locate it. See that mountain? What Marley's called the Black Forest. The Order of the Eternal Wind was persecuted by the Presbyterian Church. They decided to hide in that place. Okay. They erased all traces of themselves, hence the coastal Cromlech. It doesn't show their characteristic ruins. According to the chronicles, they erected a new Cromlech to hide the artifact and dedicate their lives to its protection. Professor and I decided to locate that Cromlech, but the Black Forest is a labyrinthine place. In those days, there's lots of fog there. It's when he ignored me. The return since. I fear something may have happened to him. Gone out to look for him? So attention. What do you think, Oscar? Well, we're gonna go there. But you've been listening. Unless the fog clears, your search will be in vain. Okay, he's been lost there for a day, perhaps disoriented and showing signs of hypothermia. I don't know what else to say to dissuade you from venturing into the forest. Do as you wish. Rescue tomorrow as well, and be very careful. Yesterday afternoon I heard... I don't know how to explain this. You'll think I'm crazy. It happened a few hours that the professor ventured into the forest. Say it was a sound produced by the elements, you know, the wind. But no, my workplace is nature. There's no sound in it that resembles what I heard, and until you appeared, there was no human in Ariswell apart from that grumpy lookout. Concern for Professor Bennett played tricks on my mind. Describe what he heard without us thinking he's crazy as you're doing. So he seems concerned about our friend Professor. To come with us to Black Forest would be reckless of me and you. Okay, there's a Black Forest, aka a Schwarzwald. Scarlet Stone. And you know, I thought I was gonna have the energy to get through this. I don't think I am. I'm just a bit tired. But I want to see who we can leave us with. I think we're maybe just an hour or two out from the game. But you know what? Somebody is playing a game. Now, I've never rated them.
He doesn't look like he's doing all that well.
She's playing a personal favorite of mine, though.
Tell me what you know.
And I want to go raid her because she's kind of new. But she is playing Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father, which is a personal favorite of mine. I'm sorry, I wish I could do more, but it's just, I am just constantly exhausted, it seems, all the time. But we will finish this, I think, next stream. But that's where we're going to go. We're going to go to Princess Pearl Mermaid. And please give her a follow. This is new here.
What can you tell me about
Let me just put the raid message up for her. She's playing this wonderful game, Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. And I love Sierra, so I can't really... I got to make sure that, you know, we do some Sierra here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will try and be back tomorrow night. No guarantees, but if not, Friday, probably for sure. We'll continue on with more of this, but we're going to go say hi to Princess Pearl Mermaid. Have a good night. Thank you for watching DWX and everybody else. Oh, that's all Mike Matei stuff. I didn't even realize that. Anyway, all the best.